For the last decade or more, there's been a clear trend in the automotive market that shows car buyers are becoming more and more likely to pick up an SUV for their next car than they are any other type of vehicle out there. It's a transition that automakers don't mind either. SUVs and crossovers, along with pickup trucks, have traditionally enjoyed a higher profit margin than sedans and hatchbacks. So focusing on making SUVs means automakers get to make more money. But here's the challenge. Traditionally, the larger the vehicle, the more fuel it uses and the less efficient it is. That might not be so much of an issue for customers when gas prices are low, but it does dramatically impact the amount of harmful emissions sent into the air by cars, not to mention the amount of fossil fuels consumed for their use. In other words, what consumers want and what's good from a fuel efficiency and emissions point of view aren't necessarily the same, at least when it comes to internal combustion engine vehicles. Nevertheless, automakers are, slowly but surely, dropping their smaller compact car models, their family hatchbacks, and yes, even sedans, in favour of SUVs, crossovers and pickups. At face value, it could be seen as a push away from fuel-efficient vehicles, especially since automakers have been pushing for legislators to cut back future fuel economy targets and electric vehicle mandates. But while the market is pushing towards larger vehicles, that doesn't necessarily mean bad things for the electric car world. Yep, I'm not joking. You see, while electric vehicles, just like internal combustion engine ones, are more efficient when they're lightweight and compact, small vehicles do have some challenges that can make them difficult when it comes to building electric vehicles. Most importantly is the matter of physical space. While modern electric cars are designed with their battery packs underneath the cabin floor, the maximum battery pack capacity, and therefore the car's range, is determined by the physical space available for the battery pack and the energy density of the battery cells used. While energy density of battery packs is on the rise, it's always easier to design a better battery pack with adequate thermal management if you've got a good-sized space to fit the battery pack in. Additionally, if you're using an SUV platform, which tends to have greater ground clearance, there's less risk the battery pack will be grounded out on uneven terrain. So far then, we've dealt with all the benefits that SUVs have over smaller city cars and sedans when it comes to battery packs. But there's also some things about electric vehicles that can make SUVs and crossovers better too, improving their capabilities and interior space dramatically over internal combustion engine models. First up, the drivetrain itself. In order for an SUV or a crossover to offer all-wheel drive capabilities, there has to be a physical connection between the engine, gearbox and wheels. In all-wheel drive vehicles, that usually means installing a large heavy transfer box and a prop shaft to join the front and rear axles to the engine. In an electric car, however, it's possible to mount two discrete electric motors, one on each axle, or if you're feeling really fancy, one on each wheel. And that not only does away with a prop shaft and transfer box, which frees up space underneath the vehicle, but it also makes for easier engineering. And of course, because electric motors have instant torque, an SUV with an all-electric drivetrain is actually far more sure-footed than an internal combustion engine vehicle. But as I've already done a video on that topic, there's a link below, I'll not repeat myself. Because they're physically bigger too, SUVs and crossovers with electric drivetrains have unbelievably good luggage capabilities when well designed, since the battery pack, power electronics and motors can all sit low down in the chassis, leaving the front under bonnet area for a frunk or a front trunk. And with no gas tank to worry about at the rear luggage load bays can be unbelievably low, even in an SUV. Indeed, a compact SUV can, thanks to electric vehicle design, have mid-sized or even full-sized levels of interior and load bay volume. In short then, automakers switching to SUVs don't have to be a bad thing for the EV world, especially since SUVs and crossovers can offer more space for battery packs and motors than smaller vehicles, while simultaneously offering far more luggage space. Are there downsides? Absolutely. Primarily aerodynamics and rolling resistance. A large SUV is never going to have the rolling resistance of a low-slung sedan or sports car, and therefore is never going to have the same fuel efficiency. But a battery-powered SUV is still so much more efficient than most small internal combustion engine cars that it doesn't really matter. Given the other advantages, focusing on electric SUVs makes perfect sense. It allows automakers to make what customers want, with a powerful drivetrain that's low maintenance, provides plenty of torque and can travel a long way without needing to plug in. Given that many customers still get range anxiety thinking about short-range electric cars, a larger, long-range electric SUV seems to be just what they need, don't you think? That's it. As always, hit the notification bell to hear the moment a new show is uploaded. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to this channel and to Transport Evolved Take 2, which is more behind the scenes and more informal bits and bobs. And of course, if you'd like to help this channel keep going, please consider making a donation by following one of the 2 links that I've left below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep evolving.